for your time. So we go from the heavyweight division, and now we focus our attention to the lightweight championship of the world. First of all, I want to bring up the challenger. This man, 19 wins, no losses, 10 wins coming by way of knockout. Based in Australia, of Greek descent, he holds wins over lightweight world champion Mickey Bay, former lightweight champion Mickey Bay, a win over former champion Lee Selby in an eliminator fight that he picked up back on October 31st out in the UK. When you think about this fighter, he is all action all the time. He is in shape. He's ready to go. He's focused. He sort of is emblematic of his nickname in being ferocious. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jorge Kambosos. Jorge Kambosos, and now we discuss and bring up the man who picked up a victory over Vasily Lomachenko in October. Just 23 years of age, he's the undisputed lightweight champion of the world and also holds the Ring Magazine championship. He was a 2016 Olympian, and his star only continues to rise. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Teofimo Lopez. He's dripping in gold. Look at him. He's got the Godfather in his shirt as well. So, like the style there, Teofimo? All right, as Teofimo puts down his hardware, let's talk with the challenger, Jorge Kambosos, who is hoping to take those titles away from Teofimo Lopez on June 5th. George, you live in Australia. They are buzzing for this fight. You know Australian boxing history, the likes of Kostya Tszyu, Jeff Fenech. In your mind, does a win over Teofimo Lopez on June 5th make you the greatest Australian boxer of all time?
Yeah, definitely. This will put me to the greatest ever in Australian boxing. But, you know, whatever comes after that, you know, is to come. Now, my focus is beating this kid and taking his belts. I'm a little bit upset because he didn't bring all the other belts too.
Because this is the closest you're going to get to these.
Yeah, well, you should have brought them all, man.
I had to bring the IBF because you got a lucky
take them all.
Huh?
I'm going to take them all off you. You keep
I love
laughing.
it. I love it. I love it.
So, Teofimo, there's some animosity, obviously, between you and George. Where does that stem from? Is it just two prize fighters who want to go ahead and compete for this amazing, the gold and everything else? Or is there actual dislike between you two?
Okay. Honestly, what I would like to say is first, thank God for being here. And I want to thank Triller. I want to thank Fight Club. And I just want to thank everyone that's here today. Going back to that, honestly, how I look at it is like this, man. This is someone that's in front of me and he's in my way at the moment. And I got to just knock him. I got to move him to the side and just keep moving forward to the next guys that everybody wants to see me fight next.
Teofimo, you're fighting here on Triller Fight Club. We are very happy to have you and George as well. But how did you end up here?
You know something? Revenge is the dish best served cold.
Okay.
So
you want to further explain that?
I think my guys on the other side, I think they know what I mean.
Okay. Now, George, when it comes to Teofimo
your
Lopez,
other guys don't respect you. Your other guys don't respect you. But you know what? Triller came and respected you. They put up the money. That's what you're talking about. Just tell everyone about your promoter not giving you the respect.
It's not really the promoter's talk. It's more so of right now we have a hell of a platform. Triller. They're doing a hell of a job and they know what they're doing and they know what they're bringing to the table. It's a whole new era for the modern day of boxing. So I think that this is a great thing for all of us. And more so, I think that it is great for boxing.
Now, for you, George, when Teofimo Lopez, in the lead up to this fight, we have heard reports and we've seen that they have commented that they're going to finish you the third round or before. His father has gone ahead and said that you remind him of Diego Magdaleno. And a couple years ago, Teofimo went out and finished off Magdaleno in a spectacular 7th round knockout. How do you take to those comments that they feel they're going to finish you early?
Look, I've heard a lot of things from him, you know, and at the end of the day, suppose this is an easy fight for him, but they just brought in a defensive coach. So which one is it? Is it an easy fight?
You're so off.
But you brought in a defensive coach.
Sorry,
So
man.
it's pretty it's sad because they had a guy in their team that done everything for him, that set everything up for him. They had all the game plans, and they just brushed him to the side. I'm loyal. I got my team. I know what I'm about. And if they think it's going to be 3, no problem. Prepare for 3. But I'm prepared for every single round.
So Teofimo, why did you guys, and why do you have in your mind that number? Because, we hear about I'm going to knock him out, but you are going as far as to say 3rd round or before. You and your father have been a winning combination, fighter of the year. The gold speaks for itself. But why do you feel so strongly that you can finish off George Kambosos on June 5th on Triler Fight Club pay-per-view before the 3rd?
I'm not at my prime yet. However, I got to make a statement. You know what I mean? I have to make a statement just like he is and what he's going to bring to the table come fight night. I've been in the big leagues. I've been in the guys that have the experience, the amount of work. But this, at the end of the day, I don't overlook nobody that I face. You know what I mean? Whether he wants to stay defensive coach, I've been, you know what I mean? All that we could push to the side. Me and my father, dynamic duo. About 20 years in the game together. You know, and I'm 23. So me and him, we got everything. We don't need nobody else. We only bring others just because, you know what? At the end of the day, coach needs it too. He needs help. He needs help with my power. It's too strong. But at the end of the day, look, I'm only getting better. The Lomachenko fight helped me. It helped me a lot. Now I have more things that I could put into my arsenal, into my style that this guy's not even going to see. He's not even going to know what hit him. And I'm going to tell you that straight up. You talk about me being chinny. You don't even know what's coming. You say I got to worry about a right hand. You got to worry about all hands coming at you at all times.
You think it's just the right hand?
I'm telling you,
that's your downfall.
It's a whole bunch of things.
Downfall.
My guy, I could do it. I can break it down right now.
Hey,
and
bring
you lucky you're not
whatever you
fighting.
got to the table.
I can fight tomorrow.
Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now.
You're lucky we're not fighting
hey,
today.
right
Because in reality, I'll put you in a fucking stretcher.
Yeah, you wouldn't even make weight. You wouldn't even make weight, boy. Look at you.
Hey, gentlemen, listen.
Come on, man.
I
can't make
weight. You guys can fight June 5th. June 5th,
Hey,
gentlemen.
Even get it off.
Let's get no. Hey, come on. Come on, do it right. June 5th. You get it June 5th. June 5th. You don't get paid to fight now. You get paid to fight June 5th.
I'm gonna tell you something, my man.
You get paid
You
to
are
fight
gonna
June
be a
5th.
fucking example of why I'm gonna put everybody on their ass.
You
And you know what? I'm gonna put my foot up your neck, my dude.
I'm taking all your belts.
All right.
All your belts.
Yo, you should be thanking me, my guy. You should be thanking me.
You should be thanking me.
You should be thanking me.
You should be
thanking
Jerry,
me.
Undisputed
what did you
lightweight
do?
world
What did you
champion.
do?
What did you
Question.
do? And that right there.
Hey, guys,
My team got this far for you, boy. My
guys.
team.
I ain't gonna hold him back.
Your promoter don't respect
Look,
you.
I know.
Hold it back.
Your
But
promoter
we
don't
have
respect
questions
you.
from the media.
But I ain't gonna touch you.
We have questions. Can we have a seat, guys? The media from around the
You
world
ain't gonna
wants
do
to talk
shit.
to
I ain't
you.
gonna touch you. What you gonna do, my man?
All right, June 5th. June 5th. Hey, Teofimo, thank you. Let's sit down. The media has questions to ask. It's obvious you're both in impeccable shape, but you guys don't get paid to fight right now.
Look, I'll
June
tell you like
5th,
this, man.
That's when you get paid to
Tell you
fight.
like this, my man. Just be there June 5th.
Hey,
and I'll
you
do the
missed your
rest.
flight yesterday, boy,
I'll
so
do the rest.
you be there.
I'll
Don't
do
miss
the
the
rest.
flight to the fight.
I'll do the rest.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
They're all
Well,
over the
it's
shop.
obvious that tensions are boiling over. Can you imagine what it's going to be like June 5th? Jerry Milani, questions from the media all over the world on Zoom.
All right, our first question is from USA Today, Michael Bone.
Hey, first for George, right here. You talked yesterday when we spoke, how motivated you were for this fight. Seeing Teofimo here and just going in that back and forth, has this brought this to a new level now?
Look, I got tunnel vision, no distractions. Like I said yesterday to you, I sacrificed a hell of a lot to be here. I left my family, my 2 kids, my pregnant wife, to take everything off him. He doesn't know what that feeling's like, to be away from my family. 10 weeks preparing. So you best believe I'm coming to take everything off him. Now, whatever feeling there is today, it doesn't bother me. I got a job to do.
What about you, Teofimo? Has this little exchange here made things more personal or got you more fired up for this fight than you were a few minutes ago?
My whole thing is this, man. I'm just excited. I'm a young, excited fighter that's still making his way in too as well. So my whole thing is just, man, I'm giving the fans what they want to see. I'm giving everyone that needs to see that here today in Triller Fight Club, it's the entertainment. This is the entertainment house. And if you're not on it, man, get on it now. It's a takeover, you know? So I'm very happy and thankful. And getting back to it, man, whether he wants to say about family, whatever it is, at the end of the day, they're not gonna be there for him when he's in that ring. And neither on my side.
They're
at
with
the end of the
you
day, it's
all
mano
the
and
way.
mano.
Every round they're with you.
It's mano and
You don't have kids. One day you will.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they're with me. They're with me.
I like to I'm gonna keep my life private.
And another one for you, Teofimo. Obviously, he's the mandatory challenger. If you had your way, would this be the fight you would be fighting next, or would you have rather fought someone else?
My goal right now is George Kambosos. That's the guy that's in front of me, and that's the guy I got to beat. You know, I don't overlook nobody. Lomachenko and whoever else has before. And the whole thing is like, I'm not going to make that mistake with this guy right here. And my whole thing now is just, you know, put him in front of us. We'll beat him. After we beat him, who's next? That's what I've been here. I've been saying it. And I'm very outspoken about it. And if anybody got a problem with it, come to the ring. Meet me in there.
Our next question is from Worldwide Boxing, the great Rich Mancuso.
Hey, thank you, Jerry, and thank you, Ray, for having me. Champ, how are you? Good to see you. Can you hear me?
Thank you.
I gotta, yes, you are. So, Teo, I gotta ask you something. I've seen you fight for the longest where you were at. You've expressed an interest possibly taking over up to going to 140. Is that still in your plan after this?
At the moment, we can't really, I could say politically, I'm going to say right now, I'm just focused on this 135, making this weight right now, and then we see what else. Of course, my goal is to become the first male to become two-time undisputed champion back-to-back. That is my goal. Clarissa Shields did it, but as a female, my goal is to become the first male to become two-time undisputed, and doing that. So, of course, 140 is the next. It is an option. We still have these other guys that people are putting question marks about who is the true king of the lightweight division. In reality, it shows.
Do you look? You unified those titles with that win against Lomachenko. Do you see like Henny has the yellow WBC belt? Does that interfere with anything with you here?
No, not at all. If everyone knows, Lomachenko had all three major world title belts, and I had my one. I had my IBF. We all matched up together, and we became undisputed lightweight world champion that night. And I'm sure George Kambosos could also vouch for that. That's why he's here today, and he's trying to make this fight be a fight.
Okay, Champ. One real quick question, guys. Your contract with Top Rank, you are still contracted by them. Does that mean you're a free agent, or you're still contracted by them, or do you stay with Triller for your next one? How does that stand?
I mean, at the moment, look, what I can say is that we're not focused on that right now. You know, whatever's going on that side right now, my job really this is my bread and butter. This is what I put my life into. I put blood, sweat, and tears into this game. Whether I get cuts, bruises, or anything, I don't show or I don't move on it. So my whole thing really is just that I'm focused on this. Because at the end of the day, none of this or Top Rank or whatever or a free agent, none of that's possible without beating this guy in front of me. Trust me. You win, everyone loves you. You lose, you're forgotten. So at the end of the day, I'm always going to be on my toes. And this guy don't even know he don't even see what's coming. I haven't even, y'all only saw a sneak of what y'all saw with Lomachenko.
Teo and George, I have a question for you guys in the sense that you're going to be fighting June 5th on Triller Fight Club pay-per-view. It's not just boxing, though. It's a full night of entertainment. You're going to see it tomorrow night with Jake Paul, Ben Askren, Justin Bieber, a host of amazing performers. How excited are you guys to see tomorrow night Triller Fight Club pay-per-view, Jake Paul, Ben Askren, and the entire entertainment show on display?
When it comes to that part, I'm not a huge fan of. However, they're doing their part. Doing your part, you got to do what you got to do. I
But
think
is
it's
it kind of
great.
cool, like knowing that you're going to be with like artists and stuff like that that
It's
you
awesome.
listen to?
Oh, when did we ever really have that? We used to have to get guys, pay them solo artists, and we'll walk with them. Now we're getting all different types. We're getting the Justin Biebers. We're getting Swady. We're getting so many artists and so many people that are up there. This is a huge move, and I don't think if anybody sees it right now, for those that are short-minded, listen to it and see what's really going on. Listen to this. This is right here going to be a whole new wave for the sport of boxing, and I'm very happy about it.
George, same question for you when it comes to being a part of Triller Fight Club. I'm sure you're going to watch the show tomorrow. How excited are you for Jake Paul, Ben Askren, the entire show? And then the fact that on June 5th, you're the main event, a part of an entertainment spectacular as well.
Yeah, look, it's fantastic. It brings so many more eyes to the sport and to what we do. I respect Jake Paul and Ben Askren because to get in the ring, it takes balls to get in the ring. So they're doing it. They're getting in there for our entertainment. So it's fantastic for the sport. If you don't respect what they're doing, then step in there and try to do it yourself. But this is great, man. And June 5th, they're changing the game. And come June 5th, I'm going to change the game too.
I think the only thing that Teofimo and George are going to agree on is that they're excited to be with Triller Fight Club. Jerry Milani, Zoom questions from you. Thank you.
Next up is Mike Coppinger from The Athletic.
Teofimo, I've been covering your fights for a lot of years now, and even before everyone knew who you were. You said you were a star. You told everyone you were going to be a star. Now you're being treated like a star. How does it feel?
Yeah, it takes some time to get used to, I suppose. I've always been someone that's always hands-on. So for me, I don't, my main focus is with success, there's no such thing as too much of it. So I need more. I need more belts. I need more of these. I need things that are going to motivate me. So when it comes to that part, it's nice and all. But at the end of the day, if you stay in that comfort, you end up realizing that it's a drug that you're addicted to. You need people to be there. You need an audience. But eventually we're going to retire. So at the moment, I'm just staying level-headed. I got my whole, I'm just trying to have my life set up in a proper way. That way, when I retire, my mind is good. I'm taking care of my chickens, and that's good.
And question for you, George. Obviously you sparred with Manny Pacquiao, and for a long time, people didn't really rate you, but you've been grinding really hard, improving. You beat Lee Selby to become the mandatory, and I know you've been waiting a long, long time for this title shot. What does it mean to you to finally get it?
I feel like this is owed to me because I've come from the local show, handful of people from Sydney, Australia. I've grinded my way, opened doors, been sparring partners, gone all around the world, gone into the backyards of former champions. Again, I'm going to go into the backyard of the undisputed champion for now. But I'm ready, man. I've been through it all. I haven't had no one pushing me. I haven't had no big platform. That underdog mentality, I've had it for a very long time. And again, I'm the underdog in this fight. He's the favorite. But when he's been the underdog, he's performed. When he's been the favorite, he hasn't performed. So the pressure's on him. I know what I got to do. I've been in there in hard rounds with Pacquiao. I've been in there in the hard fights in my last two against former champions. I got my own experience. You best believe that. I know what I'm going to do in this fight. You ain't going to do nothing.
Jerry?
You're going to be a joke.
Next up is Marcelino Castillo del WBA.
Hello, Chan. Thank you, Theo. Thank you, Jerry. Theo, what's the difference boxing between Lomachenko and Kambosos? Or you can talk about it.
What I can say the difference between Kambosos and Lomachenko, obviously a lot of differences. Stylistically, southpaw, he's orthodox. When it comes to the amount of technicality that Loma brings, his ring IQ. Yet we haven't really seen what his ring IQ is yet. Maybe he'll show it June 5th. However, it's just all that. It's a huge difference. Loma was #1 rated pound for pound in boxing. One of the most decorated boxers and amateurs in the sport of boxing, 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Me beating him, where's my gold medals? You know what I mean?
You want those too?
Yes, I do. I want it all. It's the takeover for a reason. So when it comes June 5th, man, Triller, takeover.
Theo.
I say game over. That's what I say.
Theo, one more quick question. As you say, you come a long way with your father working over 20 years. What brings to you the Cubano boxing with Jorge Rubio now in your corner for your next fight?
The whole thing, really, Jorge Rubio is, hell of a trainer. He's trained Guillermo already now and Luke Campbell and so on and so forth. My father, he insisted in bringing him along for whatever reasons they were doing. And at the moment, my father just needs someone there just so I could keep moving. That's all it is. My father knows what we need to do. And I'm very happy and I'm not content or satisfied. However, I am a happy fighter. And you know what they say? Happy fighter is a dangerous one.
Well, for George, with the exchange that you guys have had here on stage, not that you need it, but does that give you extra motivation to really go out there and put forth a definitive performance on June 5th on Triller Fight Club pay-per-view against Teofimo Lopez?
I got the motivation already. Whatever's happened here today doesn't bother me. I love conflict. I love action. That's why come round one, I'm bringing action. I'm coming to fight. We all saw Lomachenko. He didn't throw a punch in 6 rounds. And when he started throwing punches, we all saw what happened.
They don't know.
We all heard. We all saw the surgery. He had one shoulder.
And I had a
stage,
torn ligament on my foot.
I thought this kid was going to go. I got to myself, man, I hope he doesn't get iced because I want to fight him. I've said it previously. I wanted the fight with him. I knew what he brings to the table when we both clash. Look at all these other lightweights. Who straight after the fight mentioned his name straight away? Me. I straight away after I beat Lee Sobit, Lopez, let's do it. If I'm backing myself and saying it straight after I had my biggest win, what does that mean? I see something.
Your last 2 fights have been by split decisions.
Yeah, in the backyards of these champions. Have a look at the fights properly. But you just don't do your research. You just don't do your study. I've been doing every bit of study on you, and I see your weaknesses, and you got a lot of them, boy.
Oh, unanimous decision.
We got another Zoom question.
We keep it clean. We always win, and we stay winning. This is the winning side.
One more media question from Boxing Social. Ryan Elliott.
Hi guys, thanks for joining us. Just a quick one for Teofimo. First of all, Teofimo, we saw that brilliant performance back in October. How much did you learn in that fight in those 12 rounds of Lomachenko, and what specifically did you learn as well? Could you tell us about that?
I don't want to get into details about it. I did pick up a few things that I've picked up tactics from Lomachenko that he does great at, and I also picked up things that he does in a in a dirty way. So the whole thing is just that you need that type of experience. You need top competition. I try to motivate everybody now in this generation in the sport of boxing. And what I try to put for them is this: beat whoever's in front of you. Go straight to the head. Always. You never go to the body. If you say you're the best, then prove it. And you show it every time. When you have a platform like Triller Fight Club, if you have a platform like any others, take advantage of it because you only get it once. You got to, and I'm telling everybody this now. I started from that. Not many people even recognized, but now look where it came to now. So strive always to be great, to be better than what you were yesterday. And what I can tell y'all today, live it up, live your best life, and drink one with life tequila.
All right, George Kambosos, Teofimo Lopez, June 5th, the challenger, undefeated. George Kambosos, when we watch you on pay-per-view, Triller Fight Club pay-per-view, against Teofimo Lopez, what is your prediction for your championship showdown?
I'm winning this fight. I'm taking all them belts back to Australia. I'm telling you now, I'm winning this fight.
The one thing also I wanted to piggyback with you is, for those that don't know, you actually have Spartan blood in you. You're very proud of your heritage, your Greek heritage, and your lineage from, Sparta, everything else. Can you talk to us about that warrior-like mentality? Not that you need it anyway, because I think you were born to be a fighter, but even adding to that.
That warrior mentality that's my family, man. That's where we're from. We're fighters. So whatever challenge comes our way, whoever steps to the plate and comes to fight us, best be ready, because a warrior is coming to fight you.
Teofimo Lopez, your prediction for June 5th against George Kambosos Jr. Triller Fight Club pay-per-view.
My prediction is going to be a one to watch. And it's going to be it's going to be a short night. It's going to be a short night. And but at the end of the day, we're going to stay hard, training, stay focused. We can't overlook Kambosos. We can't look over anyone. You have it, and then you can lose it, just like that. So, you know, I'm staying focused on it. Me and my father, we have a great game plan. We know what we're going to do. We're going to execute it just like we did with the Lomachenko fight, but better. And that's what I'm looking forward to. You guys are going to see a better version of Teofimo Lopez than ever before. You thought Lomachenko was something? Tune in June 5th. It's going to be a spectacular show.
All right, well, you talked about focus, and I'm going to ask you both, you know, just out of, you know, courtesy. We're going to have a stare down, but if we can keep it clean, gentlemen, you don't go ahead and, you know, get paid to punch or shove. You can do that June 5th. Teofimo Lopez, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. Jorge Kambosos, undefeated from Australia. This is for the undisputed lightweight championship of the world. Teofimo Lopez, Jorge Kambosos. June 5th, Teofimo Lopez, Jorge Kambosos, Triller Fight Club pay-per-view. The undisputed lightweight championship of the world is on the line. Face it out, guys. Face out for the cameras. Face out, gentlemen. All right. Face out, guys. Teo, you want to grab the championships? You want to grab the championships, George? All right. Let's face out for the cameras. There we go, guys. Teofimo Lopez, Jorge Kambosos, Triller Fight Club pay-per-view. All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. Teofimo Lopez, Jorge Kambosos, Triller Fight Club pay-per-view. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Jake Paul, Ben Askren on Triller Fight Club pay-per-view. Join us at 6 Eastern for the weigh-in as the guys will take the stage. Very much thanks to Teofimo Lopez, Jorge Kambosos, Evander Holyfield, Kevin McBride. I can't wait to call this one.